In a time shrouded by the icy grip of the last great age, a queen's ambition knew no bounds. From the frigid north emerged a son, Necron, schooled in the dark arts by his mother's hand. Together they wielded power from their icy citadel, sending a glacier to swallow all in its path. Yet in the fiery heart of the south, a king named Geralt stood firm, guarding his realm from the encroaching cold. In the face of impending conflict, the world held its breath, awaiting the inevitable clash between fire and ice. A young warrior named Larn, seeking vengeance for the destruction of his village by Necron's forces, teams up with the mysterious warrior Darkwolf. Together they set out on a daring mission to rescue Princess Tigra from the evil Necron. Directed by Ralph Bakshi and co-created with Frank Frazetta, the movie combines the talents of two visionary artists to create a breathtaking dark fantasy adventure. With contributions from other renowned artists like James Gurney, creator of Dinotopia, Thomas Kincaid, and Peter Chung, the film becomes an extraordinary collaboration of creative brilliance. Fire and Ice is notable for its skilled use of rotoscoping, a technique where live-action footage is traced over to create lifelike movements in animation. This approach gives the characters a sense of weight and realism, enhancing the overall immersion of the film. As the saga of Fire and Ice comes to an end, its legacy burns brightly in the hearts of all who have journeyed through its mesmerizing landscapes and thrilling adventures, forever immortalizing its place in the realm of animated classics.
Yes, my soldiers. Soon the Black Cauldron will be mine. Its evil power will course through my veins, and I shall make you Cauldron-born.
For ages untold, the legend whispered throughout the kingdom, of a darkness so potent that it struck fear into the hearts of gods and mortals alike. But deep within the shadows, its essence lay dormant, biding its time until the day the world would tremble before the might of the Black Cauldron. A young assistant pig keeper named Taran, who dreams of becoming a great hero, sets out on a quest to stop the evil Horned King from acquiring the powerful Black Cauldron, which could unleash untold destruction upon the world. Along the way, Taran befriends a group of misfits, the loyal Gurgi,
Trouble, goodbye.
the eccentric bard Fluter Flam, and of course, a Disney fantasy wouldn't be complete without a princess named Eilonwy. Based on the Chronicles of Prydain series by Lloyd Alexander, the film represents a departure from Disney's usual fairy tale formula. Released before the Disney Renaissance era, it boldly explores darker, more mature themes in animation, with its themes of death, sacrifice, and the presence of a truly menacing villain, the Horned King, voiced by the legendary John Hurt. The Black Cauldron has carved out a special place in the hearts of many Disney fans. While its darker tone may have alienated some audiences upon its initial release, it's this very darkness that sets it apart from other Disney classics.
Captain, scanners are picking up debris from the flagship.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, within the shadows of a darkened cavern and the cruelty of a world in turmoil, emerges a path to an extraordinary adventure, where a quest for truth and freedom beckons in Starchaser: The Legend of Orin. The story follows a young miner named Orin Skywalker, who discovers a mystical sword that sets him on a heroic quest to save his world and defeat the evil ruler, Zygon. Directed by Stephen Hahn, in this sci-fi fantasy, even the film clearly borrows elements from Star Wars, but it does so with enough charm and creativity to stand on its own merits.
Okay, guys, just the way we practiced it. Number one, you lead.
Excuse me, sir. I'm number 3. He's 1.
Never mind, let's move it.
The animation, though dated by today's standards, remains impressive, combining traditional hand-drawn techniques with early CGI featuring fluid action sequences and detailed alien landscapes. The film is also notable as one of the first to be released in 3D. Maybe we'll never know if Zygon is Orin's real father, but the legend of Skywalker lives on forever and ever. In the old town of Hamlin, a mesmerizing melody fills the air, guiding all through a world where the piper's tune holds the fate of both rats and humans alike in the Pied Piper. The story begins in the town of Hamlin, a place consumed by materialism and moral degradation. As the town faces a dire rat infestation due to its wastefulness and neglect, a mysterious hooded piper appears, offering his services to rid the town of its vermin problem. Directed by Jiri Barta, The Pied Piper presents a dark and allegorical retelling of the classic folktale set in the medieval town of Hamlin. The film portrays a society consumed by greed and moral decay, where citizens prioritize wealth and status over compassion and decency. Barta's stylish art design and stop-motion animation, drawing inspiration from German Expressionism, bring the town and its inhabitants to life in a gothic and ominous manner. Sometimes it's not in our power to choose just what we keep and what we lose, and those who can't see beyond the cost should consider this tale and what was lost. Heavy Metal. Based on the adult-themed science fiction fantasy magazine of the same name, the movie is a collection of loosely connected stories, all tied together by the central theme of the glowing green orb known as the Loch Nar, an evil entity that influences each tale. In a series of unique tales, a dystopian future taxi driver navigates the dangerous streets of New York in film noir style, while a teenager finds himself transported to a fantastical realm on an isekai-like heroic mission. A World War II crew faces a chilling mystery. A warrior makes their last stand against cosmic evil, and additional stories emerge within this diverse anthology. Produced by Ivan Reitman, the film isn't afraid to push the boundaries of storytelling. Each segment offers a different flavor of adventure, featuring a significant amount of graphic violence and nudity. The soundtrack, which includes tracks from iconic rock and metal bands like Black Sabbath and Blue Oyster Cult, perfectly matches the edgy and rebellious vibe of the film, setting the tone for each segment. Heavy Metal's enduring legacy in animation is reimagined in David Fincher's Love, Death, and Robots, serving as a spiritual successor that reshapes its core for contemporary audiences.
To the mysterious stranger.
Hello,
Who are you?
an angel.
What's your name?
Satan.
In a cosmic ballet of comets and human fate, where fiction meets reality, the stranger-than-fiction truth of Mark Twain's tales comes to life in The Adventures of Mark Twain. Our adventure begins as Mark Twain, weary of the world's whims, declares,
I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835 when I was born, and I expect to go out with it.
with Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, and Becky Thatcher in tow, they set off on an incredible voyage aboard Twain's magical airship in pursuit of Halley's Comet. During their voyage, they encounter characters from Twain's celebrated stories. Directed by Will Vinton, known for his innovative clay animation techniques, the film presents various tales from Twain's literary works, including The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Mysterious Stranger, and The Diaries of Adam and Eve. The film adeptly captures the varied tones present in Twain's literary works, effortlessly shifting between moments of lighthearted humor and profound introspection. From the mischievous antics of Tom Sawyer to the existential ponderings of The Mysterious Stranger, each story provides a fresh perspective on Twain's rich literary legacy. With the final chapter of his life coming to an end, as Mark Twain and Halley's Comet arrive together, destined to depart as one, forever bound in the adventures of Mark Twain.
I can do no wrong, for I do not know what it is.
Lose yourself in the swirling haze of dreams, where reality fades and fantasies come to life in little Nemo's adventures in Slumberland. A young boy named Nemo, who yearns for adventure and excitement, explores the magical world of Slumberland each night in his dreams. But when he discovers Nightmare Land, a mistake leads to the release of the Nightmare King, putting Slumberland in grave danger. In a surreal world based on Winsor McCay's classic comic strip of the same name, dreams become more than mere fantasies, pushing the boundaries of possibility to their limits. While the narrative may lack charm in this joint American-Japanese production, the animation dazzles with its action-packed, fluid, and dynamic visuals, skillfully bringing to life the energy and movement of characters with precision and flair. Every adventure begins with a dream, and while dreams may end, the spirit of our imagination lives on forever.
Heave ho! Hold on tight, kid!
Fear rules men. By summoning all the dark powers, I will infest the spirit of man so that he uses his science and logic to destroy himself.
A long time ago, when magic still danced on the winds and the first rays of logic began to illuminate the horizon, there existed a realm where dragons ruled the heavens, unfettered and magnificent in the flight of dragons. A young man named Peter is transported back in time by a wise wizard named Carolinus to a fantastical realm, where he sets out on a quest to stop the evil wizard Amadon. This film presents a unique approach to fantasy, pitting science against magic in a world where dragons contend with the clash of these forces, exploring the intriguing concept of dragons coexisting in a world torn between magic and logic. The Flight of Dragons has it all: dragons, magic, good wizards, bad wizards, elves, dwarves, ogres, more dragons, princesses, and our favorite villainous voice, James Earl Jones.
I am victorious.
Drawing inspiration from the writings of Gordon R. Dickson and Peter Dickinson, The Flight of Dragons by Rankin Bass and Topcraft Studios offers a beautifully crafted world, an engaging narrative, and profound, mature themes. In the realm of The Flight of Dragons, it isn't magic or science that holds sway, but the indomitable spirit of those who dare to dream and believe in the impossible. In the shadow of the forest, where remnants of ancient tales linger, stands a figure of legend, weathered by time yet resplendent with grace, the last unicorn. Set in a world of magic and myth, when a lone unicorn learns she may be the last of her kind, she sets out on a journey to find her lost kin. As she leaves the safety of her forest to search for others like her, she meets a clumsy magician named Schmendrick and a woman named Molly. United, they brave a dangerous world, resolute in their quest to find the truth behind the disappearance of unicorns. Beneath the whimsical surface of this adaptation of Peter S. Beagle's beloved novel, the film explores themes of identity, mortality, and the importance of staying true to oneself, as well as the human capacity for both cruelty and compassion. The film's narrative carries a sense of melancholy and nostalgia, stirring a bittersweet longing for a bygone era of innocence and wonder.
I can feel this body dying all around me.
The hauntingly beautiful musical score, composed by Jimmy Webb and performed by the iconic rock band America, envelops the film in a melancholic ambiance, deepening its emotional resonance. The voice cast is truly stellar, featuring the talents of Mia Farrow as the unicorn, Alan Arkin as Schmendrick, Jeff Bridges as Prince Lear, and Christopher Lee as King Haggard. When the final whispers of magic fade from sight, and the future slips away without a last desperate warning, the truth remains. There are no happy endings because nothing ends. Hidden within the heart of an old rose bush, a dark secret awaits its revelation. Through the twists of fate and the unraveling of mysteries, the journey leads to the ultimate discovery, the Secret of NIMH. The film centers on Mrs. Brisby, a humble field mouse voiced with grace by Elizabeth Hartman, faced with the daunting task of saving her family from imminent danger. Mrs. Brisby must summon the courage she never knew she had, and unearth secrets she never imagined existed.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Directed by Don Bluth, this animated classic masterfully adapts Robert C. O'Brien's novel Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of NIMH, with a sense of depth and maturity rarely seen in animated features of the time. Unlike the cheery brightness of Disney films, Don Bluth's departure from the studio enabled him to create a film that stands apart from traditional animated features, embracing darker themes and a more mature atmosphere. Don Bluth's adaptation may deviate from the source material in some aspects, but it ultimately succeeds in capturing the spirit of O'Brien's novel while also offering something new. With the secret of NIMH laid bare and trials of courage overcome, maybe not all heroes wear capes, except Mrs. Brisby with her flowing garment, embodying the courage of ordinary beings who dare to do extraordinary things. Thank you for watching, and for more underrated movies, be sure to subscribe to Underrated Cinema.